Monad in the Morning, episode 50, coming at you live on a beautiful throughput
50?
Thursday. This is episode 50.
It's a huge one, guys.
Jessup.
Wow.
50. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think this might be our 1 year anniversary.
We didn't start on the 12th, did we?
Well, it's throughput
50
Thursday.
weeks,
The date changes. We've skipped at least 2 weeks. So I think, chat, do our
Because I guess
our due diligence for us. Is this our 1 year anniversary?
Yeah, I just don't remember us starting so close to my birthday. So
I remember when we were in Denver last year. We had like a room in Denver where we already started at that point. Alright, Danny's dead.
test. I think we lost Danny.
Yeah, chat. Figure out when.
Holy cow! You guys got me.
But
got me giggling.
we actually did do 2 episodes before Denver.
Right.
So I think you're right. I think it was
Around this
pretty
time,
close.
Hey, close enough, right?
Close enough.
The 1 year anniversary, Monad in the Morning. It is great to be here, as always. A lot going on. We've got a kind of a speed run episode today. Very targeted, focused episode. It's really all about Nitro. And why would it be about anything else?
I mean, it's a crazy opportunity. Like, yeah, we'll hear more, but Nitro is pretty big, so.
Yeah, I feel like it's a time when crypto is probably at a spiritual bottom. You know, I feel like the last few weeks of us coming on have been talking about that. But again, we always say now is the best time to be building. Now is the best time to deploy. Crypto never dies. You know, as much as we meme it, like 4-year cycles, all of these things are probably intact. Bitcoin always comes back, et cetera, et cetera. When do you want to be deploying? When the markets look like this is the exact time. And I think when everyone else is leaving the industry, we're doubling down. And I think our take is, hey, this is your moment. If you're trying to build a generational company, Nitro is here for you, Monad is here for you, and we're going to be here, 10 years down the line. And some of those unicorns, decacorns are going to come out of Nitro in this very moment.
Yeah, for crypto right now, it's not even like max FUD or like max fear. It's like max kind of pain and depression and just like almost apathy too.
Apathy is
like,
good, yeah.
Nothing really material is going on, and that's why I think it's like the perfect time for Nitro to launch. Perrine is goated. Perrine's going to come on in 19 minutes and give us a kind of behind the scenes rundown, TLDR on what Nitro is, what went into the planning process, and ultimately what we're hoping for out of this program. But I think it's just so cool because you do not have to be building on Monad to get accepted into Nitro. You probably, Perrine can certainly fact check me on this, but you probably don't actually need to be building in crypto to get into Nitro. Like
AI adjacent, crypto adjacent, I feel like is
Like I feel like if you have a really cool app and it's maybe has no crypto integration, no blockchain integration currently, but it's high potential. You're seeing some early stage traction. You're ready to kind of scale that thing up. You meet all the other requirements and then you apply to Nitro. I mean, I think that would be like, what better way to get more strong builders into crypto than to just like offer that upfront value.
Oh yeah,
and
totally.
then, part of this is 1 month building in New York City right here. And what better way to like speed run the value of adding some sort of blockchain component to a non-crypto application than to come work with Monad Foundation and a bunch of other crypto native builders.
Yeah, and I mean, I think like a lot of people might be really good at building a consumer app, but like you shouldn't expect that person knows the best way to integrate blockchain either. And so like just being around somebody that could potentially help you figure out the best way to do that. Because I don't think they're just like, like there's a lot of games that I think integrating blockchain the wrong way just kills the game. So yeah, there isn't just like let's throw everything on blockchain. There's like a way to do it properly, I feel like.
100%. Yeah, I mean, I feel like now's the time to like do something weird, Where like we're kind of seeing. I think part of this too is all the indie experimentation where anyone can be an entrepreneur now with AI, and we're seeing all these incredible devs just make things. And before it had to be, if you were like a non-technical person, it was just over for you. But now it's like, hey, if you are actually just that idea guy, the generalist, that might be the best position to be in. And the purpose is just to actually get extremely creative with it. And I feel like the best things we've seen in crypto have always come from that, where people are just trying to experiment with, hey, what if we like do some crazy banking stuff on these smart contracts, and then that turns into DeFi, right? What if we put these JPEGs on chain and think about what identity means and think about what reputation means on chain? And now we're thinking about things like, what happens if an agent interacts with money? Well, then what if their wallet becomes their identity, their reputation? And what if they start paying other agents and other humans? Where does that happen? Maybe it lives on blockchain rails, right? And I think now is the moment of rapid experimentation in Web2, in AI, and it's coming to crypto. And I think the point of Nitro is to find those generational founders who are just super high agency, equipping themselves with AI tools, and are just like unafraid to build something maybe controversial, but hopefully extremely ambitious.
Yeah. I mean, before we go too deep on Nitro, honestly, we should probably talk about the multiverse hackathon.
100%.
Because
some cool stuff.
Yeah, we hit on that last week. We had Hasib on, bonus stream last Friday. That was awesome. Kind of just talking about crypto meets AI, and we've got a bunch of clips still rolling out from that stream. It was an awesome conversation, but I think multiverse was really cool. For anyone that wasn't paying attention, it was a super rapidly ideated agentic hackathon that was first proposed on a Saturday afternoon Eastern time, and it went live Monday morning. So a lot of cool coordination went into that, and just moving very quickly to support builders in this like kind of brand new vertical where a ton of great experimentation is going on. So I don't know if we have any of the stats from multiverse, but that was certainly awesome. I know there were a ton of teams.
Yeah, I want to say there are over 600 applications in at this point now, and even just going through the timeline, like I was seeing things pop up where someone was just building some cool AI thing, and I didn't even realize it was Monad until afterwards. Yesterday I saw there's a shout out this one builder, I'll have to find the handle afterwards, who built this like super like Smash like Melee matching engine where it's just like different agents playing against each other, and then Monad was integrated because then the agents could just wager money on Mon, and they were just playing each other in Smash. It's like actually very cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. And I think like that's a cool thing about some of this, where I think the best part about all of this is like crypto is like just like it's a tool for these agents, but the things we're seeing are cool besides crypto. Like I think in the past couple of years, we've almost had to force crypto down the throats of people like, oh yeah, this is like all in the blockchain. This is sick. But now it's like, hey, this is cool regardless, because you just have agents playing video games against each other, and they're like betting against each other. And what's the best place to do that, right? It's certainly not, okay, like I'm going to give a credit card for each of these agents and like let them figure out some way to bet against each other. Like, no, you have to do this in permissionless ways where you can give them each wallets that are pretty constrained, but also like to be able to make these bets, it has to be on smart contract, right?
Yeah, it's I mean the pace at which this stuff is evolving overall is just absolutely crazy. Like regardless of what you're using AI for, it is night and day better than it was 3 months ago.
Yep.
And it's wild to think about what we're gonna be looking at like towards the end of 2026, 6 months from now, 8 months from now. It's definitely gonna be, I think, more significant than we've seen already.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on this, but around Twitter, there's kind of this debate of viral articles that are like on one side AI doomerism, and on the other side, it's AI optimism. And I think what is clear is like, as human beings, we're conditioned to think that nothing ever happens. And even for AI, I would say like most of us, listening to this stream in the chat, you guys are on crypto Twitter. You guys are listening to tech news. And even for like 99% of us, we know that AI is like, oh, Claude is getting better. ChatGPT is getting better. But at the same time, I think it wasn't really until everyone went home over the holidays, Claude got Opus 4.5 and Claude Code came out, and you're like, oh, something is happening here. And it feels like the entire world woke up overnight. And now there's a few camps. You have people saying like, yeah, like you actually are just doomed. And on the other side, it's like, it's okay. Just like that, the high agency build anything, you can kind of be stupid, but just like go ship something, you'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know. What are your guys' takes on like the optimism, doomerism stuff?
I don't really see a point in general with anything in leaning into like the doomerism side. And it's hard in general, but like, there's just no point really, because like a lot of this stuff is out of any individual's control. And sure, there's people that have like a higher degree of control, like if you're Elon Musk or Sam Altman, or you're high up at Google, like sure, you probably have a little bit more influence on the direction that this stuff goes, but even those guys like only have so much control over what they're doing and what their company's doing. And so like you might as well just like not worry so much about that, because it's happening. So you can get on board or you can get left behind, but like there's no stopping the train. So like what point is there in being like, oh, we're cooked, like my job's getting taken, right, I'm not doing anything, like I'm just going to sit back and like, let this wash me away into oblivion.
Well, I mean, like we're constantly seeing like the updates in how fast like the video production side of AI generation is. Like it's Seed Dance just released and is absolutely insane. And it's crazy because that directly does impact my job. It's like one of those things where you're like, whoa, like this is getting crazy. But I don't think a buddy messaged me and was like, terrified we're all gonna die from AI, and he's like, what are you doing? It's like, the thing is if you knew a meteor was gonna hit Earth, would you just spend your last days like panicking? That's not you aren't gonna be able to do anything.
Like what are you gonna do, go play video games?
Exactly.
Sure, you can,
right? Like it's just like, just chill. You can't stop this thing from hitting. Like you might as well.
At the same time, I think there's things you can do to position for it. Like you mentioned, I would say like if you're doing if you're in the video production space and you're not playing around with these tools, that's probably also bad, right?
Yeah,
but it's
for
like
sure.
I think it's the same advice where even absent things going on with AI, like to just be a productive human, it's always like try the newest stuff, try to make yourself indispensable, and like be really productive. And now the answer is like, okay, if I arm myself with this, I'll still be like way better at my job, and I'm still indispensable, right?
There's no way that the person not using AI is going to be able to compete with the person that is. Like if a doctor decides to come in and say, I'm going to refuse to use AI, like you're not going to be able to compete with the doctor that is, or an attorney or an accountant. Like how? It's just literally impossible. It's mathematically impossible.
I mean, for the last 2 years, when I go to the doctor for my physical, like all he does is just Google stuff. And I'm like, it's a little weird sitting there, and I'm like, hey, I got this like thing, or I get like headaches sometimes. I'm not sure about that. And he's like, hold on 1 second. Let me just like Google this up. And then he goes to the corner and Googles it. He's like, oh yeah, you're probably good. And I'm like, did I even need to come here in the first place? I could have just like, banged this out with ChatGPT from my living room.
It's funny that like I did a physical like maybe 2 months ago. There's like one weird blood test line thing, and I put the entire thing into Claude, and then I went back to the doctor. I was like, yeah, I kind of think it might be this. And it was a very specific thing. And he was like, oh, I think you're right. And I was like, yeah, there we go. But, we're solving our own problems in that way. I mean, I think the more interesting thing is like, it is real, though, what's happening in terms of we're at this exponential kind of J curve thing. But there's ways that you don't get left behind, too. And I think part of it, as Jessup and Danny were saying, is you got to try everything, right?
I'm still getting hate on my thread on Threads,
Yeah.
where you weren't here for this. We talked about it, but I posted that I disagree that. So my son's school is completely against AI.
Oh,
Oh
man.
yeah, and
Oh,
like
yeah, I don't like
I
that.
just heavily disagree. Like
Yeah,
even
yeah.
his programming teacher, there one of the questions is like, why is AI code not good? Like
Yeah,
it
no,
is.
it's
I'm like,
horrible.
we literally had a meeting about how
No,
to
it's
utilize
horrible.
this, and
No, if-
we're meeting with builders that
Yeah.
are using it to excel and speed up.
No,
and I'm like,
I would say the edge you have as a young person is just like you have that neuroplasticity. Like use every single thing, and then you will just be that AI native person when you come into the workforce.
yeah, I mean, he can tell. Like my son now, he sent me a screenshot the other day where they were in a chat and somebody is like using AI, and he's like, "Holy ChatGPT!" Because it's like the more you use it, the
Yeah,
more
yeah,
you
you
can
see it.
start to
For sure.
tell what is. You can see the differences. Like I think it's building a new skill that.
Yeah.
I mean, on the education side, right? Like, the best way, we know this is true. The best way for a student to learn is to get one-to-one attention from a tutor. Like, this is not anything new. For thousands of years, this has been the best way to get educated. And back, 100, 200, 1,000 years ago, the only people that could have access to one-to-one tutoring were the elites. And that's pretty much true today. Like, paying for a direct tutor for a student to get that one-on-one time is pretty expensive, and it's not accessible for most people. AI is going to flip the script entirely so that basically every student in any classroom can get this one-to-one attention, this customized learning plan that is totally optimized for their strengths, their weaknesses, and the areas they need to grow and improve. And the education system can resist this as much as they want, but it is ultimately a better way for students to learn. And that is clearly just going to be the path forward. It's just like when cell phones and computers came out, people were like, they would still teach cursive in the classroom, but they're not doing that anymore. And it takes a while for these things to get adopted in the right ways. And certainly, the initial kind of outcome of putting AI in the classroom is like, okay, well, right now for the short term, no one's really doing any work because AI is writing all their papers and doing their arithmetic, and that's where they're asking questions. But ultimately, once that gets built into a system that actually improves learning, then it becomes the most powerful tool literally ever to increase the capacity of education in a highly customized manner, which, like I said, we've known for thousands of years, this is the best way to breed smart people.
Honestly, my son said that like when he's used ChatGPT to actually do his homework, it will not just do it, it explains why it did it. And he's like, I'm learning more from the explanation of why this is how we got to it than the curriculum. So it's like it's a failure in the school system, not necessarily like he just doesn't want to learn. And so now he uses it to help him build things, and like he's literally developing his own softwares and things, and he's 15. Like other kids are not doing that especially that are not using any of these tools. So
And now imagine where he's going to be when he is 20, 25, 30. He's going to lap me for sure, because I didn't have that tool set. I didn't have that experience. I didn't have that opportunity. It was just show up to class, read the book, or maybe choose not to read the book and, get some Spark Notes online, but not really learn anything at the end of the day, not really go out and build things. And so, I mean, that AI access as a co-pilot from a very young formative age is definitely going to change things significantly.
And that being said, I think like from if you are in the workforce, the other side is try to get a piece of the machine. There's a lot of things out there, and I know crypto is maybe less interesting in today's regard. I think it'll all kind of come back forward, but there's ways to get a piece of it, right? Like there are companies that are building this. Public equities are a good place, hard assets, and I think there's a reason why it's kind of coming into crypto now, because I saw Lighter today just announce they're supporting a bunch of these Korean equities, so like Samsung, SK Hynix, Hyperliquid's listed a bunch of those as well. We're working pretty heavily on, like, for example, I think we already have something with gold on Monad, but like commodities, rare earth metals, all of these will come together in this trade everything thesis where now it's like, oh, we actually need to like get access to all of these things. Like you can't really access some of these things in your Fidelity account, for example, but if you can bring it onto a perps dex, now like anyone can trade anything. And I think that's kind of how some of this starting to come back into crypto. People want to own a piece of these assets. There's no better place to permissionlessly own and trade things than on crypto rails.
100%. Absolutely love it. Speaking of new things, I'm getting thirsty over here because I murdered my thirst with a LD, but Jessup has a new flavor.
We got a couple new flavors. I'm gonna give you the blueberry tea, blueberry buzzsaw.
Actually sounds great.
It is pretty delicious.
I think we
I'm not
got
gonna lie.
more if you want to try one as well.
Yeah, there
I'll
is.
try one.
Here, you take that one. I'll grab a different one.
And then I got a root beer wrath that I'll try. It's supposed to be their version of a root beer. And then we got Perrine calling.
I'll wait for Danny.
Yeah.
Here's
So
this.
I also got the Liquid Death
I was gonna
hat.
say the hat is looking nice.
Yeah. All right, Danny, let's see what you think.
Factory's
All
over.
right, buzzsaw time. Is it
Well,
buzzsaw time?
It is blueberry buzzsaw.
Chat, has anyone tried a blueberry
oh, this
buzzsaw?
smells exactly like a root beer.
Ooh, smells.
Ooh.
That one's good. I tried that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. It's very subtle. I thought it was gonna be.
Ooh.
Dude,
I
this is
told
nice.
you it was
It's very
good. I
nice.
told you it was good.
Wow.
I think that one's my favorite of the teas for sure.
Whoa.
Wow.
I could sip on this.
There's also
Wow.
a new flavor.
That's really good. Not gonna lie.
No, it's nice.
New
It's really
flavor
nice.
that we got called Mountain Don't. Instead of Mountain Dew, it's
Nice.
Mountain Don't. It supposedly tastes somewhat like a Sprite. All right. Well,
Do we have our caller?
we do. Did you send me?
I did. I sent it on Slack in our DM. We've got an all-star guest. It is not his first time on Monad in the Morning, and it surely will not be the last. He is the brains behind the Nitro program, which rolled out this week. He is the founder community lead at Monad Foundation. We are going to bring on Perrine in just a minute to talk about all things Nitro, all things founder ecosystem on Monad, and there is a lot to chat through for sure. Jessup is teeing up a nice little intro video that we have for Perrine, so excited to get that rolling, excited to have Perrine on today. And
Almost
yeah,
there.
it's a good throughput Thursday.
That's good.
We've got our blueberry buzzsaws.
Pretty incredible.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. We have Perrine.
Terrific. Yeah, let's get.
Water, let's go. But yeah, crypto is full of soft people. We can't do much. We can do as much as they can take at this point. Much better?
Much better.
Was it wrong? Have lunch. We'll do it 10 times again. I don't think we are being super hard at all, frankly. Again, slide 1. Yes, it is torture. Yes, go. These guys have been babied for a long time. That's why they think we are being super hard. First slide. Let's go. No water. Let's go. But yeah, crypto is full of soft people. We can't do much.
I absolutely love that video to intro Pareen because it's hard mode time, but we're here for you. Welcome to the stream. It's great to see you, Pareen. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me, guys. And that
Thanks for
video,
being
I
here.
don't know.
Thanks for being here. It's an exciting week indeed. I think nearly everyone on crypto Twitter has probably seen the announcement about Nitro. We had a stacked mentor lineup get announced from the Monad Foundation account. This is the biggest accelerator in crypto by many metrics, and I know you are the brains behind a lot of the programming here. It's been a huge effort from many different internal teams at Monad Foundation to put together all of the coordination, the announcements, the programming, the mentorship. So huge project overall, but Pareen, I think the logical place to start is where did the inspiration or idea for Nitro come from, and why is this different from other accelerators, either in crypto or outside?
Okay, thank you. I think first I should say it's a team effort. Thinking of an idea is not that big a deal. It's been Alex, it's been Jen, it's been growth team, design team, the tech team, Suraj. There is a big system running behind the referral part of the program. So everyone just came together, and I have to say that absolutely no founder in the industry except Keone would let someone do something like this because it is pretty crazy. Frankly, the craziest part is today we just got the numbers and we've got 168 applications in less than 2 days.
Oh.
And uh, 50% of them are Solana startups, by the way.
Interesting.
Second highest is Base, then Ethereum, and then Monad. So this is the craziest part that differentiates us. Monad Foundation has always believed in credible neutrality. So the program is definitely run by Monad Foundation, uh, but in a lot of ways, we are trying to be credible neutral as much as we can, in the sense that the money actually comes from the VCs. That's a big deal that you are getting $500,000, which is, I think, the highest amount that anyone gives in crypto, or probably there is one accelerator in Web2 that gives more than that. But largely it's in top three. And this money doesn't come from uh, anyone unknown in the industry. It's actually coming from top four biggest VCs that you could ever get money from in crypto. So imagine having money not just from them, but their involvement in the program in terms of mentoring, in terms of uh, even selections of the team. We have VCs who are involved. We have a ton of referrers from the industry, which span across chains, who are involved in referring startups, and that referral carries a lot of weightage. Uh, so we've designed the accelerator in a way that we want to optimize for breakout founders. And the reason why none of the chain accelerators have really produced breakout founders, maybe except Alliance, no one has, frankly, is because chain accelerators are pretty restrictive. First, you have to deploy on that chain, then you have to
Yep.
say Ooga Booga, then you have to say something else, then you have to get into the Discord, and then you have to prove your loyalty to the chain, and then maybe you go and win in a chain accelerator, which actually the best founders don't want to do any of these things. The best
Sure.
founders know they can raise money at any point in time. Imagine if Shane Copland were applying to a chain accelerator, he would be pretty pissed. That's why we see this founder problem in crypto, and we are not just doing this. So on every vector, we've pushed the boundary here. One is definitely money. Second is the mentor list that you just mentioned. It's on Monad Handle today. Anyone can check out. These are people who are absolute best of bests. You are talking to builders, you are talking to investors. These guys have done it before, or they've seen multiple people do it before. And that makes a huge difference. And the third major thing is that actually this is not just an accelerator, it's a club. So think of more like you are being part of a network that is pretty chain agnostic, and this network actually stays with you for life, which is a big deal because largely the myth here, I think, in Web 2 and Web 3 is we see Mark Zuckerberg, we see Elon Musk, and we think, oh, they're just like great founders on their own. That's not true. In fact, even Ethereum, when it was made, there were about 12 gigaminds in a room when it was created. So you do need a genius around you. These are people who actually motivate you. They ask you hard questions, and they are trying to do uh, their own thing as well. So they are
Right.
experts in some other area which you are not in. So this peer network actually stays for life. And frankly, the inspiration comes uh, from working from a lot of chain accelerators before joining Monad. Uh, we saw this problem literally everywhere. Tried to create a chain agnostic accelerator, which did not work out. Uh, Second thing is we did a residency called Monad Founder Residency, that the video is from, and that residency created that genius where everyone basically told us that, hey, these 2 weeks, and that was just 2 weeks, this is 3 months. So within 2 weeks they actually accomplished something that would have taken them 3 to 6 months to do. So we are actually accelerating them, and it's not just us as hosts of the program doing this, but it's the network. When you see a great founder performing very well, you are inspired and you are in the same room with them. That's all actually that's needed for founders to succeed. So our idea is let's support all breakout founders here, and that makes it different from literally every vector that an accelerator has.
Love it. Love it. Obviously a lot there. So I want to kind of recap and then
Yeah.
unpack some of those points. But basically what I'm hearing is the impetus for Nitro is crypto has a founder problem. And in addition to this founder problem, most chain-based accelerators are not great. There's too many hoops to jump through. There's a lot of alignment signaling, and ultimately these programs are not super impactful. Nitro tries to solve several of the problems that we've seen in other crypto-based accelerators, and also head-on addresses this founder problem in crypto by creating a founders club that's not Monad exclusive, that is ultimately, I guess, generous in the amount of upfront capital that is given to participating teams. This capital does not come from Monad Foundation, but it actually comes from top venture funds in the space. So you're getting real investment from real qualified investors. Then you have teams from Solana, from Base, from Ethereum applying to this accelerator because you don't have to upfront build on Monad in order to be accepted and to participate in this accelerator. So it really is kind of this no BS approach of let's actually help founders in a way that's going to move the needle for them, and let's not worry about all these hoops to jump through to make sure that they ultimately choose Monad. Because I would assume the thinking is if you come into a program like this, you meet other founders, and then you realize ultimately that the highly performant EVM that Monad offers as a standalone layer one is the optimal place to build a lot of these applications. And by building there and working closely with the Monad Foundation, you get the performance that you need on the tech side to scale an app beyond what was previously possible in crypto. And you get access to this founders club to support you along the way, because it is so challenging to be a founder. It is so challenging to scale a startup. And so this program is kind of no frills, no fluff, but actually just giving the value that founders really need to them at a critical point in crypto history.
Yeah, absolutely. You captured it really well.
Yeah, and maybe one question for you, Pareen. And I think they're kind of you guys have been addressing this really well, which is like people have this inherent misconception whenever a layer one announces an accelerator, and they're like, oh, okay, like we've seen these before, right? And on the ecosystem team, I've already been getting DMs from people like, hey, any tips on this? And it's kind of like reframing this like, hey guys, this is not your classic ecosystem thing where if you speak really nicely about Monad and the application, you might have a better chance to get in. The ambition here is, this is an extreme standalone startup accelerator along the lines of what we've seen in Web 2 and the upper echelons of Web 3. What would your advice be for founders who are thinking of applying, want to apply? How should they be thinking about this program?
Thank you for asking them. But asking this because I've been getting a ton of DMs as well, and I was just writing a thread about
Nice.
tips on what you need to know before applying. I think the first important thing is don't overthink it. Just apply as soon as possible. We are processing the applications parallelly. So although the deadline is March 14th, which is more than a month from now, uh, if you apply in the last week, probably we already got our candidates and you don't want to miss out. So it's not like, okay, after March 14th, we'll start processing. That's one. Second thing is we've given extraordinary weightage to referrals. This is probably the biggest thing because we trust these people from the industry. Thanks to all the referrers to agree on taking up this responsibility. But essentially, what we are looking at is an industry known figure vouching for you makes a whole lot of difference for us. Third thing is we do need a live product. It could be on any chain. It could be an MVP that's very quickly hacked together. You have a month now, so within a week these days you can whip up an MVP and show it to us. So try and do that even if you are at an idea stage. Take 1 week, make an MVP, deploy it, and show it to us. Try getting at least 100 users. This is also very much possible in a week, where first 100 users are usually non-scalably acquired, which means you just go get hold of 100 people in your target audience and sign them up one by one. That's possible completely in a week as well. Largely, the only thing that I would say is be extremely honest and just upfront about what you want from the accelerator. This helps us understand whether it's suitable for you or not. Sometimes we may tell you that hey, it's not suitable for you right now. There are 3 other programs that we have. So any stage of founder, any sector, uh, any product that you're building, we have different programs for you. Whether Nitro suits you or not is not the final thing for your project. Uh, Although we would love to have as many teams as possible, we have only a max cap of 15, and we may not even go to 15. We may shut it down at 10 if we want to know that these are absolute breakout founders. So these are the only 3 things that you have to keep in mind. Emphasize on live product and referrals very, very heavily. Uh, yeah, I think this is the simplest way to explain it.
Beautiful. And I think you kind of addressed some of the questions that we've got through the chat as well. For example, Mirth Mono asks, he's seemingly at a pretty early stage here. Says he is recruiting, recruiting a technical partner. He has kind of an idea here, but wants to connect with more developers. So it seems like, the product hasn't been launched yet. There's probably, kind of a short window of time here where, like you said, maybe get the MVP in motion, get to those 100 users, apply, but otherwise that's okay. This might be something that is run back in the future. And there's also other programming for founders at various stages. For Nitro, this is something that is, looking for a startup that's at a particular stage. You have the product live. You've got an initial base of users, and you're kind of sensing product market fit on the horizon, but you kind of need to scale a bit to get there and to fully test out that thesis. And that's a pretty specific stage to be at. And obviously startups are kind of all over the map from the idea stage all the way up to scaling and beyond. So for teams that are maybe not in this specific window that we're looking for the Nitro Accelerator, there's also other programs for founders in the Monad ecosystem, like Foundry, for example, right?
Yeah, we have Foundry, we have Momentum, we have a ton of office hours being conducted every week. We are going to launch a bunch of city dinners. We already have it in 3 cities, so please go and attend any of these things. Also, it's not very difficult to build a product yourself these days. I haven't coded in like 10 years, and uh, just with Cloud now, I can actually whip up an MVP in like 4 hours. I'm doing like 2 iterations a day just by writing text, no code. I'm not even touching code. So even if you're not a coder, the time to recruit a developer is over. Just go to Claude, deploy it on Vercel. Even if you submit to us the Vercel link, we're good. It's a live product out there for the market to test.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Delta V platform as well? Because I know that's a big part of your push to grow this founder community on Monad and ultimately to meet founders of all stages where they're at and provide the support and coaching that they need to get to that next stage.
Yeah, so Delta V is a platform where, as a founder, you just go and start posting weekly updates, which means if you've done even 2 things, maybe solved some bugs or talked to a bunch of users or made some sales calls or posted some content, anything, just show it to us. When you show this to us, we start unlocking rewards every other week. So after 2 weeks, you get access to a special Telegram group. Then you get access to a bunch of office hours calls. Then you get credits. Then you get access to a VC directory and an angel directory. So we are just stacking up all the rewards, and Delta V's thesis is simple. You show us weekly progress, and we give you ecosystem rewards. Uh, Even for Nitro or any other program, if you have been shipping regularly on Delta V, that carries weightage. So that means that we are noticing you, and we are checking each startup's updates on a weekly basis. And the Delta V Telegram group is actually pretty awesome. I think we have over 350 founders there right now, and very resourceful place to be. So just unlock all of these things. deltav.monad.xyz is the link.
Yep. And Preen, based on, I know you mentioned even within basically 24 hours, there's been over 160 applications in. Do you have any early alpha into themes, interesting things you're seeing? What are people out there converging on? What is the energy, the hive mind of crypto and entrepreneurship going towards right now?
So it's been 48 hours, uh, but we've got 168 teams, and essentially we've got, I won't get into chain distribution, but essentially we've got uh, 35 teams that are generating decent revenue. So about 1 in 5 applications are already generating revenue. We have 47 teams that have very strong traction, not early traction, but very strong traction. And we have 71 teams that have early traction. We have some teams, about 15 of them, that are pre-traction, which means they have a product but no users. That's okay as well. I think they can acquire users over the next few weeks. So I think in the next few weeks, we will even see some of these applicants getting stronger and stronger. In terms of sector breakup, 24% are DeFi projects. We have 22 infra projects. We have 10% payments projects. We have AI and ML after that, and then gaming has 14%. So these are like just indications of where founders are building at this point, largely in the industry, I would say. And the good part is 98% 98% of people who have applied are full-time founders. These are not people who are building in a hackathon or have a job somewhere and trying their luck with an accelerator. These are pretty serious people. In fact, 26% of them have been VC funded in their current startup or a previous startup, which is a pretty crazy number. Like we are getting repeat founders, which are 26%. That's pretty cool. And the last thing that I would like to say is uh, these come from 30 countries.
Wow.
We've got North America is the highest, then Asia, we've got Europe, Africa, Middle East, Latin America, literally everywhere, every continent. We've got applications from, and many of them, this diverse group will land up in New York in April. So that will be pretty cool to see.
Definitely. I want to zoom out a little bit on a good question that we got from the chat, and I think there's no one better to answer this than you, Pareen. From Sa asks, what's the biggest mistake that early stage founders make?
Oof, this is the hardest question. Uh, if I were to say one, there are probably like seven very common mistakes that founders make. And there's an article on Delta V Academy if you check out. Uh, so those seven mistakes definitely do avoid. It's very common. But if I were to select like one mistake, it would be not talking to users enough or talking to users in a wrong way. So generally, what I do is I build product and I show it to my friends or tweet it out and say, "How is this?" Uh, Most likely, the feedback that I'm going to get is, "Wow, it's so good! Go, we are rooting for you. Enjoy. Like this is going to be so big," because these are people who already want me to succeed and they have a bias. And then we start thinking that, oh wow, now if I build this for a month, this is going to be so awesome and I'm going to raise money or build revenue, whatever the path is. Instead, there is this framework called the mom test, mom test. It's a framework you can ask GPT or you can read the book if you're super interested. It helps you frame questions on how to talk to users without getting them biased. So instead of saying, "Hey, Danny, do you want this MacBook?" I made it. If you are my friend, you would be like, "Yeah, okay, let's make Pareen feel better, so I will buy his MacBook." But if I were to ask you, "Hey, what do you currently use? And are you satisfied with it? What is it that's a bottleneck in your current laptop?" And then start the conversation without even telling you what I'm building, then I'm actually getting the right feedback here. And we have to do it a lot more often because everyone's an engineer. They don't like to talk to users. So this, I would say, is the biggest problem.
Yeah, it makes sense. And, the way that crypto user growth has kind of been run for the past 5 or so years, that step has largely been skipped by a lot of teams because you get this access to this community on Twitter that really is riled up about speculation and quick money making opportunities. You had, quite a lot of farming metas over the past couple of years. So it felt like it was possible, at least theoretically, to skip the step of actually finding a target user persona and talking to those users, because you could just get any cohort of thousands of users who are hoping to make money on the application. But the problem is that's generally not the solution that the application itself provides. And so you have this cycle of very rapid user growth, and then it totally falls off because none of these users are actually benefiting from the app in any way, shape, or form besides making a quick buck. And now with crypto in this maturation stage, that no longer really works. And it's very obvious the quick cycle that speed runs for startups into a nosedive of death. And so it's pretty clear that that age of crypto is over, and now the things that matter are the true startup metrics that you would gauge a non-crypto application on. So I think, as much of a shift as that is for the industry, it's actually a really exciting time because with programs like Nitro and more broadly Delta V and the founder community on Monad, the focus is now on doing the right things and actually making an impact. And so we're going to see this new cohort of applications that are actually leveraging blockchain technology to improve people's lives or solve a problem that they're currently facing. And that is where crypto is really going to see explosive growth, because now all of a sudden it's not where's the product market fit, it's right here. There are actually applications taking a first principles approach to grow and scale a user base of a persona that is actually a good fit for their app. And so I think basically this is just a painful evolving and growth phase for the industry. And the light at the end of the tunnel is that we get to stop answering or trying to answer the question about where is the product market fit in crypto, what is the value of blockchain, because applications are actually starting to use that to better people's lives. But in the short term, you have this turmoil and turnover of kind of the old guard that did not take this approach, and now the new applications that know this is the recipe to scale and succeed.
Yeah, 100%. I think YC essentially did the best job ever in Web 2 and is probably doing that in Web 3 as well to a large extent. But their whole concept is take engineers who know how to build tech and teach them how to actually do everything else apart from just building tech. And a large part of it is talking to users, especially in the early days, and acquiring them, doing things non-scalably. This past two cycles, founders have completely missed it because I would say there was no YC in crypto apart from probably Alliance comes close. So there was absolutely no one who was telling people that, hey, you've got to absolutely uh, have fundamentals sorted. Now, thankfully, we are getting there, and that's exactly what we are going to do at Nitro. Mostly products are easy to build these days, except if they're doing some cryptography in there. But once they build it, our job is to actually get them retention, which is like if you have 30% retention with 1,000 users, like 300 users are coming back on a weekly basis. That's much better than, let's say, having 100,000 users and only 1,000 of them are coming back on a weekly basis. So, like you said, that spike is not to be optimized for. The retention curve is to be optimized for. Retention percentage is what matters now.
Totally makes sense. I know we're right up on time here, Pareen, so want to give you the opportunity to leave the listeners with any closing message or thoughts or anything that we did not cover as it relates to Nitro or Delta V or the founder community that you are quickly assembling on Monad. It's really exciting, and I think it's actually a hugely underrated part of Monad Foundation's approach because, to your point, Nitro Accelerator is the biggest crypto accelerator, and we're going to see the impact of that over the next few months.
For sure, we are going to see. I think the only thought that I have is Monad community is amazing. I love being part of it. Send all your favorite startups to Nitro. Get us the founders. We will make sure that they thrive and succeed to the best of our abilities. We will really make sure that that happens. We will give them water as well. So that's definitely not out of the picture.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Pareen. We have a really clear idea of the path forward for crypto. It is hard mode, but if you're a founder who is ambitious, who's swinging for the fences, and more importantly, you're empowered now to ship anything in a very short amount of time and find product market fit, we feel like Nitro is the program for you. And keep an eye out. Pareen's going to be sharing, it sounds like, some more tips for what founders should be doing. But again, welcoming all founders to apply for Nitro, regardless of the chain, as long as you're hungry for it and in it to win it.
Pareen, there's one more question in the chat from an anonymous chatter. It says, "What did you get done this week?"
Ooh, this week is easy. This week is very
Big
easy.
week. Yeah.
Nitro this week, and Delta V has a lot more new features as well. But yeah, I haven't been talking to enough founders this week, so that should pay
Thank you
off.
so much, Pareen.
Love
Thank
it.
you so much, Breen.
Let's,
We'll see you
Thank you,
on
thank
the
you,
other
everyone.
side.
Yeah, let's keep the velocity high, and yeah, to Perreen's point, get all the founders, apply to Nitro. This is a big opportunity, and we're excited to roll it out. Shout out Perreen and all the teams behind putting this together at Monad Foundation. Definitely a big effort, and very, very excited to see how it goes.
Thanks so much for joining us, Breen.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Well, Perreen is the man, the myth, the legend. That is absolutely for sure. Nitro is super exciting. We're going to see a lot of content coming out of the in-person component of Nitro, which will actually be here in New York in April. So you can look forward to that if you're tuned in and you want a little bit of a lens. You also can follow the pipeline, as everyone on Earth should be, to see a bunch of great content rolling out. Shout out Renz behind the scenes. He's in the chat today, as always, but he's also been cooking a ton of the promo stuff behind the scenes. So very, very exciting times. I think, founder community on Monad is, it's kind of a slow burn in a sense, where you got to find those good founders, pull them in, give them value. And then, through this, I think it kind of becomes obvious that Monad is the place to build, especially in the EVM space. But we'll see how it goes.
I think we got some
Are we
spins.
due for some spins now?
Yeah, we're due for some spins. I personally need a very brief intermission, but we don't have to cut to an actual intermission.
We could do a quick one.
All right, we'll do a quick intermission. We'll be right back with some spins and GM. Be right
See you
back.
in a minute.
Back.
All right, we're back. We got another Liquid Death.
The blueberry again?
This is no, it is kind of blue on the
Dead
can, but
Billionaire?
it's Dead Billionaire tea.
That one's like
lemonade,
a Arnold Palmer.
Arnie Palmy alert.
Yeah.
Chat. If you know what movie that is, you probably enjoy good movies. Arnie Palmy alert. Arnie Palmy alert. I actually forget what movie it is off the top
Yeah,
of my
we
head.
just looked it up too.
I know. Oh, it's so funny though.
Yeah. So we got some
Anyhow.
spins.
Yep, we got some spins, and we have a special guest to help us out with the wheel today. It takes
Oh.
all the manpower to spin the wheel. And what do you got, Jessup?
I was just gonna say he's been posting. I don't know if you saw while we were live. He posted some BTS photos too, and so
Ooh.
yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot more BTS photos. He loves doing that in general.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, if you're a Monad in the Morning super fan, you're a power listener. You're probably pretty plugged in with the pipeline and the media team here at Monad Foundation. We are actually coming up on Jessup's 1 year full time at Monad Foundation, but Jessup's been in the
Kinda.
mix for like a year and a half now, and about 3 months ago we added a new team member as well. He is here with us in person. We've worked with him behind the scenes for several years now, both on
Since
Monad
21.
projects and beyond. And now he has joined the Monad Foundation media team, and he edited the Nitro promo announcement video. You've probably seen other videos that he's edited as well over the past couple months. Let's welcome Tiago.
Dun, dun, dun.
Great to have you, man.
I actually
Great
met
introduction.
Tiago and Kevin M, intern. I think like the same day in Portugal.
Yeah, it was.
At the Solana Breakpoint, the very first one ever.
What year was this?
21.
Nice.
Yeah.
First Solana Breakpoint. Tiago, welcome to Monad in the Morning. Welcome to the media team at Monad Foundation. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's my first time here. I mean, my first time in the office. So it's a pleasure.
Awesome. And so we've got the Monad in the Morning super fans here. They definitely want to follow you. They definitely want to get this behind the scenes content. What's your Twitter? Where should they find you?
Yeah, so my handle is Tiago the Creator with a 0. You guys can follow me there. I'm trying to be more active since I'm more Instagram user, but yeah, I post a lot of great stuff.
If people want,
quality wise, yeah.
yeah, I kind of have the best Twitter on the app, you know, just casually.
He does post great stuff though.
Yeah, he does. We're just giving him a hard time. I'm gonna drop Amazing Erich and Savant already beat me to the punch. They dropped your Twitter in the chat here, Tiago.
Thank you.
I
man.
would say, why don't we get some spins going? I know the chat's waiting on it, so why should we delay, right?
Let's do it.
Sure.
All right, cool.
Sailor Nini says, "Follow me back."
Oh, Sailor Nini.
You gotta follow Nini.
Okay. I'm not super
Familiar?
great following the track.
All right, so we got this wheel here for you. It's pretty straightforward. We know who we're spinning for, and when it's time, you're gonna spin for them. So first up, we have Beneath Count from last week. We owe a couple spins from last week. So Beneath Count is getting a spin. Tiago, take it away, man.
The group chat, the chat want me to be clockwise or anti-clockwise?
That is up to you. That is up to you.
Chat.
You got a lot of
Clockwise
power.
or anti-clockwise?
Yeah.
Slow chat today.
Wait.
Do it good way. What does that mean? Do
All
clockwise.
right, Tiago,
Clockwise.
do it good way.
Hey.
That was very gentle.
Big wheel.
Oh, all right.
Who was that for?
That was for Beneath Count. Is Beneath Count in the chat today?
I don't even know. But, all right, we got.
Hard to claim your prize if you don't show up.
Let's do the big wheel spin. All right.
All right, Jessup, take it away. Holy cow, this thing just keeps going. Yeah. Still chugging along.
Oh.
Oh,
8,888.
let's go.
That's
a
pretty
big one.
good.
Yeah,
Let's go.
That's pretty
more
good.
than I have in my hot wallet.
I cannot say the same.
Send some my way.
Who's beneath count? That's where did beneath count come from? Is this from last time?
This is from last week, actually. Yeah, so hey,
Wow.
I mean, you don't claim, you don't claim. Beneath count. Where are you at, dog?
Wow.
Next up, we got Mirth Mono from last week.
Mirth Mono? What do you mean?
That's who
That's
we're
the-
spinning for.
Oh, okay.
That's our next person.
So you got to spin again.
Tiago,
Okay.
Mirth Mono, Tiago.
Now you guys are friends.
Mirth Mono, longtime super fan, power.
Is Mirth
viewer
Mono
of
in the
Morning.
chat right
Mirth
now?
has got to be in the chat.
Come on.
Mirth Mono is
Mono.
always in the chat. We could go on a random unannounced live stream at 2 a.m. and I know Mirth Mono would be there. Mirth Mono's goated.
Oh yeah, I am. Here we go. Mirth Monos. This one's for you.
I am. Go ahead, Tiago.
Okay,
Let's give Mirth a spin.
I'll not be that gentle now.
Nice.
There you go. There you go.
Wow.
10.
Well,
Mirth Mono always gets the low numbers, but
Slowly but surely.
unfortunately this is not golf. The low number is actually not the best number, but Mirth is kind of playing a volume game.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say, he's playing the
you got a
long game.
going. Yeah.
All right, next up.
Get to the big wheel
Yeah.
one day.
Next up, we got Askels 9, ASKALS 9. Tiago hit it for Askels. This is the final remaining spin from last week.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, yeah. Good flick of the wrist there, Tiago.
Big wheel again.
Two
Big
wheels
wheel.
and what?
Mirth Mono
Hey.
got sandwiched by big wheels.
Tiago's
Yeah.
got the touch though. You guys want Tiago to come on because he's got that lucky
right.
touch.
Who's this for? Askel?
Askels 9.
Askel's 9.
Oh, man. I'm nervous, not going to lie.
Ooh, Askels 9 in the chat. What do we got for you?
Oh, that's the biggest one!
That's huge.
That is
Holy
literally the biggest you could possibly
That is huge.
win.
Hey, it pays to show up here at Monad in the morning.
Holy
Share
cow.
some.
42,690.
How is that even on there? Oh, my goodness. That is the grand prize of all grand prizes. Askels 9. Wow.
Askels 9.
Holy
How are you feeling, Askels 9?
Yeah.
Drop a line in the chat.
Askel 9, how are you? 42,690. That is the first time.
Yeah, That is great for the
50th episode.
No better way to commemorate that than a huge win.
I mean, if you add up the 8,000 one, that's 50,000 won given away.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Finance is knocking on Danny's door after this one.
That's a hook.
Oh my goodness. Congrats, Askels 9. We've got a couple more spins today. Another one for Mirth Mono, who asked a great question about Nitro. Tiago, hit it.
Okay, let's go.
Maybe don't hit the big wheel on this one.
I'll try. And
Big wheel!
Oh my goodness. Tiago, get out. Get out.
Sorry, guys.
Tiago.
This is for Mirth. This
might
Mirth
be the,
deserves this one.
Okay.
the
Mirth
most
on the big wheel.
expensive Monad in the Morning episode to date.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Here we go. This one's for Mirth. 10,000.
10,000.
Oh my
Not bad. Not
goodness
bad at all.
gracious. Mirth Mono.
That's about 60K mon that's been given away so far today.
Holy cow.
Congrats, Mirth.
Mirth Mono finally got out of the double digits.
Yeah. That's what is that?
We got a 42,000 Mon giveaway, an 8,000 Mon giveaway, a 10,000 Mon giveaway in one episode.
This is incredible.
And now we have no budget for ETH Denver giveaways and content.
Because Christmas came early.
Yeah.
Christmas came very early or very late, depending on how
Yeah.
you look at it. It is Christmas on February 12th. And we have one final spin of the day for From Saw. As much as I want From Saw to win a great prize, I really hope this does not land on the big
Danny's
wheel.
sweating, guys.
I'll do my best. All right, let's go again.
Oh my goodness. What is happening?
Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that.
Oh my
This,
goodness.
this might be the
gracious.
last Mana in the morning, given our the budget is just gone.
Yeah. Yep.
Jesus, I'm gonna be fired.
All right, Fromsa, what do we got for the 50th episode? Ooh.
Another 8,888.
Oh my goodness.
Next morning in the morning, I'll just bring my Christmas beard,
Yeah.
my Christmas.
Another
bag.
8,888.
That's crazy.
So we've given out almost 70,000. Oh, yeah,
Mon,
about
yeah.
70,000
Yeah.
Mon in this episode.
Congrats to all the winners. You guys deserve it.
Holy cow.
This
Yeah,
is
no kidding.
the 50th episode. Thank you all for watching and sticking with us for 50 episodes. I mean, that's huge.
Huge. Huge. Kind of, in a sense, loosely the 1 year anniversary of Monad in the Morning.
Yeah.
So
So it's only right that you won big today.
I
Yeah.
think to also give some alpha when we are back, if we are ever back after these monstrous giveaways. When we are back for episode 51, which will not be next week because next week is ETH Denver and we have stuff to do in Denver. So
There's a tweet on the main account. If you're in Denver, come
yes,
through. Yeah.
yes. If you're in Denver, a lot of great events, bunch of cool stuff happening.
More giveaways.
Probably some more giveaways. But yeah, very, very exciting times. We will take a pause next week. No Monad in the Morning. We will be back the following week, and we hope that at that point the studio here has gotten a facelift and looks better, more beautiful, more crisp, and more fun than ever before. It is Monad in the Morning, year 2, kicking off 2 weeks from today on Throughput Thursday. Thank you, all the power viewers, all the super fans for listening, clipping. We hope you had a great time in the first year. Year 2, it's going to be even better. So stick with us, follow the pipeline, and we'll catch you in a couple weeks.